Hello, and welcome to Hotel Renovator. This is a new game for me. I thought I would try something different, and this seemed very similar to House Flipper. And yeah, so this is currently a voiceover because I wanted to be able to speed it up. And yeah, while playing, I did kind of take some extra time trying to learn the game and the controls and stuff like that. And kind of as we go through it, I'll mention a few tips if you're looking to try the game as well. One thing I did learn late is that you can actually sell something if you buy it by mistake. You don't have to use the crowbar and destroy it, and you get your money back. I didn't know that until I got to like the second floor, and I was already into the game by probably a couple hours. So, but also a good note, money is not an object in this game.
It looks like we have an uninvited guest. Let's show her who's boss here. Catch her!
Yeah, and this chicken is also throughout the game, and you also have like NPC kind of helping you.
I didn't think you'd be able to do it, to be honest. Now we have to get rid of her. Throw her out the window in the hallway. She'll like the big city.
And then, yeah, and there's a run as well, which is kind of helpful.
The hotel is in disrepair. We need to put a lot of work into it. And yet, we already have guests waiting to stay here. So let's get the first room ready.
I love how, like, they made it look so run down with the garbage and the old furniture everywhere. It's so satisfying to clean it up and redo everything. Eventually this will get done. They start you off with a room first.
Wow, look at all this stuff! Let's start by earning some money on this old painting.
Oh yes, in the bottom right hand corner it says tips and tricks. Hold a mouse button, left mouse button to sell. And I believe I read that at the time and then forgot. Yeah, see, I just
Use the crowbar to dispose of the junk cluttering this place. And don't hold yourself back.
Although it was labeled as trash, so I don't think I got any money for it. I'm not sure. Oh wait, I did. I got $35. Because now I'm at 100,035. So yeah, I guess you can sell items that would be trash. Although I don't think that these items would get anything just because they're kind of destroyed looking. Like the old beds and stuff and mattresses and stuff like that. You see, I'm not really sure what's garbage and what's debris. So yeah, here I'm just speeding it up. And of course, as the game progresses, doing this step, they give you kind of easier methods of destroying items or clearing out or gutting items faster. And then on the right hand side, it kind of gives you a to-do list of sorts. Like it says clean up the mess. And the little garbage can is now 100% because I got rid of all the garbage. So now I'm working on the floor and it's going like 63%, 77%, and so on. And then once I'm done all the floor, then it'll be the walls. And the walls is currently at 1 of 100. And see here, I'm kind of confused because I don't know how to get rid of that garbage that's on the floor yet. So I don't have the tool. So you just kind of have to follow the story. There is a sandbox mode as well if you don't want to do the storyline. But I kind of wanted to do the storyline just because it's the first time I'm playing this game, for one. And I wanted kind of something than just going in and, you know, before and after renovating. I wanted something a little bit more. I had been playing House Flipper 2 so much that it was all like kind of on my own. Like I didn't have a story mode anymore because I had finished all the missions and everything, so there was really no story or anything. So it was just very similar to just being in like sandbox, I guess. But that you're selling the house. I actually did try sandbox mode in House Flipper 2 as well. It wasn't as steep as a learning curve as I thought it would be. And being able to just being able to float is so nice, and the way you put on the walls and everything is so nice, and painting, and yeah, it's just so much easier.
There's lots of rubble on the floor after all that mayhem you caused. You've got some cleaning up to do.
And then here's the next kind of tool that they give you to be able to actually clean up the floors. So at this point, I kind of got the hang of it that, you know, it's like a tutorial almost. So.
Perfect! Now it's time for a new floor and walls. Choose something modern and tasteful.
The radial menu is a little... not really clumsy, but there's so much there's so many options. There's so many there's so much to choose from that you kind of almost lose track of where it is in the order, like as you're scrolling through. Especially with the furniture, I always kind of lost track of where all of the living room type stuff was compared to where all of the bathroom type stuff is, and just kind of scrolling through all the icons and then going into a sub menu, and then when you want to choose like color or style, it's another sub menu. So you kind of also lose track of like when you hit tab and go into the sub menu, which sub menu you're in. I guess I'm kind of used to the House Flipper 2 menu system and the like Sims 4 kind of menu system. I'm not used to having everything on a radial, which is strange because I don't know if this is a console game. And it would make sense if this game was also available on console for everything to be on a radial. because then that way, you know, your little D-pad on your gaming controller and using like maybe the kind of side clicker right and left buttons to go in and out of, you know, instead of tab, you would maybe use right click to go in and left click to come out. I don't know. But it would make sense if it was a game console game. I'm not sure if it is. And if it isn't, if it's only on Steam and it's not on console, it's only for computer, it doesn't make sense that it's got a radio. Maybe they just wanted to do something different. I'm not sure. But yeah, here I'm just going with all like different types of purple. I don't know. I kind of wanted like a galaxy. I wanted something that's different to kind of the standard house flipper options. It kind of looks a little Joker. Okay, and then now there's like different, like here you can basically spray paint the whole wall if you want. And then you press the tool mode, Q and E, to switch between spray painting or filling in the whole square. And yeah, later on they'll give you the option to fill in the whole ceiling, which is nice. Then you don't have to kind of scroll through. And when I first started, I was clicking. So I was like literally painting each square by click, 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 click. For some reason that one didn't want to fill in, so I just used the thing. And yes, instead of swinging my camera around, I just kind of moved my what is it, the WASD keys. These little corners were a little odd. I will have quite a few episodes of this. This first kind of intro episode, as you've probably noticed, isn't as long as my usual. About 35 minutes. Mainly because I just wanted to try it out, and I didn't want to start the next event and then cut it kind of halfway through. I am a little late posting this. A lot's been going on kind of at home. I'm trying to clean and renovate and stuff like that, so I just haven't really had time. Oh, you can't like place on top of another piece of rug, so those are my samples, and now I'm gonna have to like sledgehammer them to get them gone. It kind of looks like a teenager's room. Like when you're younger and you're like nebulous. I'm glad it has a memory though, because it remembered what carpet color I had when I went back into the floors. So that's kind of handy. The floor of this bathroom actually goes really well with that whole nebula theme outside, like in the living room area. And since this is my first game since House Flipper 2, I'm kind of still stuck on the whole, bottom couple rows being tile and the top few rows being paint. So I ended up doing that here. I think this is the only room that I do this in. I think in future I just did the walls all the same all the way around. That's such
Now
a
for the
bright
most
blue.
pleasant part, furnishing. Let's start with beds. Guests need to have something to sleep on after all. We'll also need chairs and a nice little table, so the whole room's appealing to look at.
Okay, so again in the top right hand corner it says basic furniture, and then you just have to place like whatever number of whatever icon that they have there. So you go into the radial menu and you find the icon that matches. I also noticed that tables and side tables look very similar. Like here, tables got that kind of oval with 4 legs, and side tables the square with 2 legs. So that's kind of a little bit tricky. And here you can't change the color of the bed frames on any beds ever. So even like as you advance through the game, like you don't get more options. The bed frames are always going to be wood. I think there's one that's black and there's one bed frame that's like white. But other than that, I believe they're all mostly wood. Then the only thing you can change is the bed sheet. Oh, and this is my first time kind of like experimenting with the curtains. I don't use curtains often. A lot of my like little hotel rooms won't have curtains. I don't know why. It finishes off the room quite nicely. I really should have added curtains in every room. But some I didn't. There are kind of quests for some of the rooms as well. Like a specific guest will come and have like certain color preferences and like things like that, which you'll see in upcoming videos when I'm going through the storyline. Actually, I think that kind of looks green. See, and then this is the problem because now I kind of lost track of what the curtain on the left was and what color the curtain on the left is. I'm really missing House Flipper 2's dropper tool. It would be really nice to just copy and paste. Okay, so I got that number. It said narrow 27. So that's what I looked for. Oh, and by the end, all of the icons with the little lock on it, they do unlock. They just don't give you everything in the beginning. The sofas seem a little small. It's very strange. Like in comparison to the size of the bed. You know, like in real life, like a sofa is kind of the length of a bed. Almost. Like anywhere between 5 to 6 feet. Because if you have 3-seater sofa, then you can have somebody like, you know, crash on your couch. And these seem very low as well. Like they're not as high as the bed, which I guess in some instances most sofas aren't. They are a bit lower, but I don't know, it just seems very tiny. It's like a love seat size. I know this is usually everybody's favorite part, but I kind of find it a little tedious. My favorite part is cleaning. Cleaning and painting. Placing all the furniture is just kind of, you know, to get me to the next part. To finish the storyline and move on. Oh yeah, and this is when they wanted a table. So the table looks like the dining table is the square with the 2 legs rather than the circle. The oval with the 4 little legs is the coffee table. Which if you play this game on your own as well, then you'll figure it out. Because you won't get a check mark if you put the wrong thing down. Yeah, I know I only needed 2 chairs, but 3 looked better. And I'm not sure if I sell it. I think I leave it there. I Although I guess technically if you have a double bed in a room, usually they give you like, if you have like a breakfast area to sit and eat or something, because some hotel rooms have that, it'll usually be a round table with 2 chairs. Because if you're in a double bed and there's only 2 people staying in the room, I mean, unless you have a pull-out sofa. If you have a pull-out sofa, then you can potentially have, 2 friends staying with you and can sleep 4 or can sleep up to 4 because the sofa can pull out. Then usually the table has 4 chairs.
Lovely. Now for the bathroom, and then we're good to go.
Oh, shoot. Okay, well, she talked really fast. I missed that. I try to slow it down so that we can hear what she's saying. And I didn't really expect her to pop up and say something. Whoops. Oh yeah, in this one you can't really change the size of any of the rooms. Like you can't, there's no sledgehammer. Like in House Flipper, you can't make the bathrooms smaller or bigger. You can't really do anything. You're kind of just stuck with it as it is. If I could have changed it, I would have made the bathroom a bit smaller because it just seems very big. And also, in the top right hand corner, there's always a tub and shower. Usually. Oh, there's no shower in this one.
This room is missing some final touch. Add some cool lights, paintings, and standing decorations.
Whoops. You got this super fast NPC again. Oh, it's just saying to move on to decoration. But yeah, some of the rooms, like the quests for some of the hotel rooms will require like both, like the tub and shower. Okay, those books are like defying physics. They're also really hard to place. Like when you try to hover the item over where you want it to sit, you almost have to kind of shoot a little bit further away because when you like kind of purchase it, the item drops, which is a little disorienting. I don't know why I bought 2 of them. Like those like orbit kind of lights. I think I sell one. Yeah, I kind of figured. I saw one. Oh, that's probably why two overheads are required, because then you can put one in the living area and one in the bathroom. I ended up doing 3.
Excellent! If your design is ready, you can make the room available for the guests.
I remembered to slow that one down. Okay, so in the bottom right hand corner it says hold space to finish renovation. And that kind of puts it on the market. And you get this, the renovated before and after. And you get the pictures. And you can kind of see that bathroom one was through, like, the picture was kind of through my vanity that I had put up. So that's why it kind of looked funny.
Our first guests have just checked in, and they look satisfied. It's all thanks to you. Check out the booking app.
Okay, so she says check out the booking app. And this is where you can kind of see how much your rooms are going for. And later on, the second floor opens up as well. And you have a certain amount of rooms on each floor. And it's quite handy because you can make sure that your rooms are still like being booked. Okay, I know that color is not a match. I think I don't care at this point. I'm kind of done. Yeah, see in this booking, and in the bottom it says 200. If it's not kind of up for booking, there'll just be a dash there. It'll just be like 0 or a dash. I think it's just a dash. And occasionally somebody will break something in your room and it cancels out that room requirement menu in the top right. So when you go in there, it says, like, say you need 2 chairs and they broke a chair, so there's only 1 chair. It pulls it from being able to be booked. So then you won't be getting money for that. So you have to go back into that room and buy another chair, put the chair back, and then hold space again to put it up for booking. And then it goes to the tablet. So that's one of the important things.
I found a letter addressed to us. Looks like Grandpa left it. Come and check it out.
And here, this is when I decided I'm just going to end it. Or like kind of cut off my first video here because I didn't want to go down and read the letter from Grandpa and have it start a whole nother sequence to design a whole nother room. I wanted to just do the one room. So yeah, in my next video, we're going to be reading the letter from Grandpa and continuing on with the storyline. And hopefully I'll be able to get videos out more often. I know it's been like a month or so since my last upload. So yeah, I'm going to try and be a little bit more regular. And I will see you next time. Bye.